Hi and welcome once again. It's KhoPhi here. Today we're going from East Legon to Sakumono, and I've already done a video on this road, this stretch of road. I think at least this part, but there is an ongoing construction of this section. This is the boundary road here in East Legon, and there is some renovation and reconstruction going on, and probably an extension to the motorway coming up real quick. So I just want to go through that area once again and show you guys how it looks. So I've been to Sakumono before. I think my previous video, the one on the Tama Fishing Harbor, I rode through Sakumono, and I don't think I posted that video. It rained that day, so I just couldn't get nice views to share with you all. Now this is where I think the construction begins. It kind of there's going to be a runabout here, and the left side, I'm yet to go on that path to see where it leads. I'm imagining it goes to join the Tamamoto Way. So if I'm right, then that is going to join the Tamamoto Way. There's also another branch here, and this one goes to join the normal road. So if this one, the one behind us, is going to join the Tamamoto Way, then it means we're going to have two access to the motorway on this stretch. The next one is the tunnel one, which is upcoming. We'll get there soon. So this, I think the last video I recorded, there wasn't construction happening here. So a lot is happening, and there's a lot of changes going on here. And this is pretty much the update. So instead of going to join the Shashi Road, we would be using the tunnel, which goes to join Spinkters. And we'll be using the Spinkters Road this time around, going to Sakumono. I think the last ride, I went through the Tamamoto Way to the Tamamoto Way interchange. Then when I was coming back from the Tama Fishing Harbor, that's where I used the Sakumono Road along the beach. But this time around, I'm using the Spinkters approach to get to Sakumono. I don't remember exactly. I think the previous video, I also came through Spinkters. Yes, came through Spinkters. That day, it was a bit raining, and the footage wasn't good. So I think I didn't bother posting it. But today, it's a sunny day, and everything is clear, and wanted to share. So the stretch of the construction is a bit long. I don't know what the end result is going to be. I've not seen the final results and how it's going to look like maybe visuals of it, but I'm imagining they're just making the roads better. And yeah, on the left side, I think there is plans to also make an overhead road or something of that sort, because I see some pylons somewhere upcoming on the left side. I don't know if that is an abandoned project or that is still gonna happen, but yeah. Anyway, any more ways to cross over the motorway safely is a plus. So I think on the left side here, yeah. Anyway, the traffic is intense as usual. So because this is one of the only ways you can safely get to the other side of the Tamamoto Way, using the tunnel here means it gets a lot choked most of the time. There's almost always traffic at that section, especially on weekdays. On weekends, you can get away with less traffic, but on weekdays, it's choked a lot. And by the way, I think somewhere close to the Palace Mall, I almost got my motorbike knocked down. But it wasn't severe, it wasn't that bad. I made sure to stop along the way and check if everything was intact. And this, they call it bumper to bumper or something of that sort. Other drivers are trying to sneak in and cross other drivers, and so some drivers are like, well, I'm gonna go as close as possible to the next car. And by the way, I always turn on my headlights when I'm in this tunnel, because I who knows, some drivers might not be able to adjust to the change in lighting, and before you realize, they'll just knock you off. So I always turn on my headlights, the highlights, to make sure that I'm visible. Anyway, so yeah, I checked the motorbike and everything was intact, didn't have any issues, so just continued the journey. The traffic on this road is intense, and one thing I realized is I don't know if some drivers find it get offended when motorbikes are passing them, because it might seem that, why are you overtaking me? Well, I'm on a motorbike, so what do you expect? Why are you running? Well, so we take a left hand. Right hand is taking us to airport. Left hand, we're going on the way to Spintex, and from there to Sakumono. On the right side is the, wait a minute. Wait, let me double check. Okay, yeah, I'm right. We've crossed the motorway. Wow. Yeah. So we just crossed the motorway from East Legon to Spintex area, and we're currently, so Palace Mall is on the right, and the motorway is on our left at the moment. So this is Palace Mall, and this is where the incident happened. So right about here, I got in front, and boom, I get knocked off from behind. And I mean, the driver didn't want a motorbike to come in front of him, just because, you know, I don't know, but got knocked a bit, checked around to see if nothing is loose and everything is intact. And I mean, that's what they're doing on the road. They're just hitting each other. I think somewhere ahead, I also found a driver stop and, you know, confront another driver, like, why did you hit the back of my car? And that's what is happening, you know, because of traffic, and some drivers want to take the shortcut, and so they bypass everybody and want to just sneak in at the last end. So these drivers are also, you know, even knocking down motorbikes just to stay in line. I had to park the motorbike somewhere here and check around to find out, like, if nothing is bent or I don't have any issue with the bike, to make sure I don't get myself in trouble. Fortunately, it wasn't a severe hit, so, and I did not resist the going down the bike, otherwise it would have probably bent something. I just let the bike flow accordingly to how the guy was just pushing me from behind, and since we were not moving, it was just a slow pace, nothing was severely damaged. So I just checked around and ensured everything looked fine, and jumped on it and continued. So we've done the runabout at the Palace Mall and continue all the way to, let me see. So there's, I think we've passed by the Spintex Malcolm, and we're still going all the way. We'll get to, I think, Papaya, Spintex. It continues all the way to, there is a point where there's a runabout, and then we'll take a right turn. Now, there's a lot of construction updates, you know, new buildings coming up. And fun fact, this stretch of the road it's a really scary part for me, and I'm really scared whenever I'm riding here, because there's a lot more parameters than my brain can handle. Cars coming again, in your direction, you know, motorbikes, there are branches on each side, you know, random ones, so cars can join the road at any point in time, plus they are pedestrians. So it's a lot to process when riding, and I try to stick to a lower speed to ensure that in case of anything comes along, I am able to stop as soon as possible or reduce the impact, the amount of force for impact. So by reducing my momentum, then I stand a much better choice, a much better chance of stopping in time or not damaging as much as possible. So this is still on the Spintex road, and yeah, there hasn't been much update to the road on this side because it's good, it's working, and nothing to worry much about so far. It's spacious enough for motorbikes as well, which is something that is good. Some roads are really tiny, and so it's hard to squeeze your way through for motorbike riders, but this one is spacious enough. It's actually spacious enough to fit 2 cars. I imagine like 2 cars can squeeze on the road, so that's enough space, but I think it's a one-way going, one-way coming. There are a lot of businesses, businesses choked up here in Spintex, and that's why the traffic gets insane on this stretch of road, because left, right are all businesses all the way, and they share, like, just on the parallel side of this road is the motorway. So coming all the way to this side, there's a lot of businesses, there's a lot of I imagine residences too, but I noticed a lot of businesses instead along this stretch. There is a lot. Interplast Limited, I think there's Coca-Cola somewhere here. There is Azar Chemical Industries, it's China Mall is here on this road. It's a packed area, so there's a lot of cars on this road. Anyway, in I think for the month of March, there's going to be a few upcoming travels, which I think I shared on my LinkedIn and also on my YouTube community tab. If you want to connect on LinkedIn, you can find a link in the description below to connect up, and yeah, we can link up on there. I share some of my updates also on LinkedIn as well, but primarily most of them are here on the YouTube channel, which if you're already subscribed, you will get notified as and when new community posts are posted here. If you are also a member, I am working on being frequent with sharing behind the scenes videos. It's a lot combining, client work with posting videos on YouTube and trying to get behind the scenes footage. I have a lot of footage that sit on the machine which needs to be edited and posted, and it's all a lot, combined, trying to get that. I am still trying as much as possible to edit most of those videos and share. So I posted one recently, which is a way longer video of my flight along the Maritime Drive area. So the area allocated for the Maritime Drive tourism project. It's currently available to be watched by members. So if you're a member, you get to watch it. I think the last 2 tiers, top tiers, get access to watch that. I think on the left, is it Mawako fast food? Oh, okay, so that's where we are. We just passed by that. There is then the Coca-Cola runabout is just up next. What do we have on the right here? I think it's a shop for electronics, or I think it's a mall. Anyway, the left is, I think, a residential apartment or something of that sort. I'm not sure exactly. We make a right turn, and this takes us also through Spinkters all the way to. Now, there's a lot packed in here. We are still on the Spinkters road, and I think this road takes us to Bachona. And when we get to the last stop, there's a T-junction here at Bachona. We make a left turn, and just after making the left turn, we make a right turn, which will take us to Sakumono. Anyway, so this is also a long stretch of road. It goes straight all the way to the T-junction at Bachona. At the Bachona junction, I think the right will take us to the junction mall, and the left would, I don't know how far that goes, but we will just make a quick turn right after making a quick right turn after making the left turn to head towards Sakumono. This place is also packed with businesses, and there's a lot more businesses within this area that I can't mention them all. Some of the big brands I can think of would be what? I know of, I think, Buga's Furniture. Yeah. I don't know exactly where they are, but on the map they say they're somewhere here. Oh, there's Surfline Communication too. Okay. I think that's where their office 2 is. This road is also very busy and can be a little bit chaotic because as you can see, there's no road markings, so it's kind of free real estate for anybody who is driving. Like, there are no markings, it's just left, right, pass wherever. And I imagine that when traffic increases on this section of the road, it can make riding a bit confusing. Anyway, not sure why there are no road markings. Probably the markings were there some time ago, but rain and shine wiped them off. But there currently, as you can see, there are no road markings, and I have no idea when the road markings will be added. By the way, I really appreciate the road markings that's been done on the, I think, from Medina to somewhere, the Peduase Lodge. The road markings has been deepened and remarked or something of that sort, so it makes it way easier when riding. Now, back there, I was just pointing out to one of the riders that their trafficator light is on, so it can be confusing sometimes, when cars or motorcycles have their trafficator lights on, blinking, and you are behind them hoping for them to make a turn, the next turn, the next turn, the next turn, before you realize they've probably forgotten their blinkers are on, and it can be confusing sometimes. And I just try to notify them that, hey, your blinker is on, and if you don't want it on, then please turn it off so that you don't confuse drivers. I tried, dodging right about here and using the other side, and it goes green anyway, so I just joined back into the queue to move on. Sometimes when in traffic at stops like that, the parking is not well spaced enough to get space to go as a rider, so you just go around it. Now, this is where they call them work shed. I don't know if you know about them, but I think it's a co-working space. Yeah, somewhere here. And I think iSpace 2 is somewhere here. They moved from, and I think this is ancient. I think they moved many years ago, but they moved from Laboni to somewhere here in Spinkters. I don't remember exactly where, but I think it's on somewhere along this stretch of road. Yeah, I've been there once, and I have forgotten exactly where it is. I don't see it along the roadside. Let me see if I can quickly search iSpace where they are. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's along this stretch of road, but it's a bit. Oh, I see. Well, it's quite a. It goes a bit inward, so you have to branch to the left and kind of the Lungu go find iSpace. There's a main road that goes there, so it's not really hard to find if you're using the main road. But on a motorbike, if you want to use a shortcut, there are some roads along this line that can take you there. But anyway, still on our way, and it's quite a distance, and it's not the kind that you can ride fast because, like I said, there's a lot of parameters on this road. Too many objects to factor in. So I normally ride slowly and don't want to get in trouble for anything. I think the left turn road is what goes to iSpace. I might be wrong. I've lost track on the map where we are at the moment, but I imagine that is the one that is going to iSpace. If it's not, then it can also lead you to iSpace. It's just a matter of finding your bearing exactly where you're going. There is a hospital here, somewhere here. It's called KhoPhi. Is it KhoPhi or KhoPhi? I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced, but yeah. Anyway, still on our way. I do not know exactly where the boundaries of what do you call it, Bachuna and Sakumono, where the boundaries are exactly, but I imagine iSpace is in Spinkters, Workshed is in Bachuna, and yeah, there is this estate, they call them, oh, and there's also Nungwa. Interesting. I'm not sure where the boundaries are. Anyway, so this is the T junction I was talking about. Right is going to Junction Mall, left is going to I think Lashibi, and going to Tama Community 7 as well. So I'll make a turn on the right here. I stopped to check on the map and validate where I'm going. So we make a right turn here, and that should take us to, they call it the Sakumono Junction Estate. So we are headed to the Sakumono Estate. I really like the buildings on the left. They look really well built, and I'm sure people will see it, and the first I'm sure people will see it and they'll be like, oh, where are the trees? Yeah, but the buildings are really nice. I don't know if they are occupied yet, but anyway, so that's the, I hope that's, I don't know the exact name for the housing structure here, but the buildings look really nice, and I don't know if they are on sale at the moment or stuff like that. We'll have to find out. I'm looking at it on Google Maps. Police station, Sakumono Estate. I don't know if the place, this is where they call it the Sakumono Estate exactly, but yeah, that's what we've got there. This is actually a shortcut going through to Now on this stretch, I am going through Sakumono to the Sakumono beach. So this is pretty much like a shortcut that I am using. Okay, we'll make a turn here to join the Good Third Road. I am following along on Google Maps, so I'm trying to, I think I've lost my bearing. I'm not exactly sure where I am at the moment. Okay, I think I got it back, and anyway, so going through this, I think this is all part of the Sakumono estates. So I like the settlement happening here. There's the places look, the buildings look well organized, and the streets they look really nice, tarred and cute. So I think all this area is part of the Sakumono estate. I think the estate is the name of an area, not I thought it was a real estate name, but real estate developers name. But I think it's the name of the whole area. That's the name of the place. So I think I'm just currently cruising through parts of the Sakumono estate, and this is my first time like going through the area. I just took anything I would find that looked nice and just went on. So had to move slowly too, but just inching closer to the, what do you call it, the beach, the sea. It's just close ahead. So this is pretty much like primarily residential area, so just cruising through at the moment. Never been here before, but anyway, so from here it just goes to end at the beach side, and that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for joining me in this one, coming along the ride. Hope to catch you in the next one. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.